It's time to install the fascia piece that goes up here above the oven, which is over here. It has to be cut out to the right size and then a hole cut in it. Unfortunately, the whole oven has to move up a little teeny bit because when you open the oven door, it just brushes the top of the pull-out drawer just below it. So that means I got to raise the oven up just a little bit. It's unfortunate. So I made a couple 2mm shims, and I'm going to try to wedge them underneath the oven right now. Microwave is finally mounted with the bezel around it. So this piece of 2x4, I thought I was going to be able to leave it in here, but in fact it has to completely come out. And so I was able to cut it out here and here, because also I had to trim it through here because there's this piece of electrical wiring through here. And I had to cut it in between two PEX lines. I couldn't have done that without anything but this sucker. This fine German multi-tool is just wonderful. It's just a wonderful friggin' tool. Wall's all finished off. Replaced a bunch of switches and realigned everything. It's up with the markings on the wall showing me where all the electrical and the water lines are, so I hopefully don't. Like I said, I marked everything, showing where everything was, and I didn't have to worry about the gas line because I can't cut through that. It's a big heavy duty. Well, actually I can cut through the flexible gas line, and did. Off the schleppo. This edging material is really great. It covers up a host of ineptitudes. So I've got it all along here, and then I'm just going to mud against it, and it'll give me a really nice sharp edge. So it looks like somebody that knew what they were doing professionally finished this off. Very happy with this. Got the mud the very first time perfectly. There's no divots or anything in it. Really great. Sanding the old salvage knotty pine plywood that will act as a divider between the mudroom and the refrigerator. And likewise, this old knotty pine door will be cut up into pieces to remove the joints, glued back together, refinished, and used as a door to get to the backside of the tankless water heater. Here's the first test example of the knotty pine plywood after finishing it. It turned out pretty good. It's quite pretty, and the gloss finish is gorgeous. And this is the salvaged knotty pine door for the tankless water heater. Turned out nice. It'll be pretty. This is a new IKEA cabinet that I purchased for above the refrigerator. It's actually a true 32mm European style cabinet. It has a slot cut in the back to accept the back panel instead of the cheesy little rabbet they put in there, and you'd stick the back panel in and just nail it into place. Not only is this a much welcome improvement, creating a much better cabinet, but the carcasses are actually made in the United States, if you can believe it or not. Here is the enormous Blum hinge for the spring-up door. Got the cabinet in place up here. Put some shims, use the top of the refrigerator. 3 big bolts in here. And typical IKEA soft close. The divider panel is now in between the refrigerator and what will be the mudroom. Done.